With good news for today from Baptist Press, I'm Brandon Porter. Coaches do more than coach. They're role models and parental figures. In motivating young athletes, a coach can't turn off where he or she gets their sense of right or wrong, honor, and thankfulness. The motivation to press on not only points toward the end zone, but to a goal of eternal value. That's why Brandon Rogers, a high school football coach in Sundown, Texas, says he paid close attention to the recent court decision of Kennedy versus Bremerton School District. By a 6-3 margin, the justices said that the school district violated the First Amendment rights of Joseph Kennedy, a football coach in Washington State, by removing him from his position after he refused to stop praying at midfield following games. Kennedy began the practice on his own as a way of expressing thanks to God for the opportunity to coach, but eventually athletes chose to join him. Rogers, who is also the Fellowship of Christian Athletes sponsor at his school in Texas, says he sees his coaching role as one God has given him to be on mission for Christ.
Good News for Today is made possible through our friends at the Voice of the Martyrs, a nonprofit organization that serves persecuted Christians around the world. Founded in 1967 by Richard and Sabina Wurmbrand, VOM is dedicated to inspiring believers to deepen their commitment to Christ and to fulfill His Great Commission, no matter the cost. Find out more and sign up for their free monthly magazine at vom.org/good news.
For some pastors, the only construction projects they worry about are building renovations, but others say they're facing churchgoers who are tearing down aspects of their faith. A Lifeway research study of U.S. Protestant pastors finds almost 75% are familiar with the concept of deconstruction, and more than 25% of those say people in their churches have deconstructed their faith. When asked how familiar they are with the concept of an individual deconstructing their faith, in which they systematically dissect and often reject Christian beliefs they grew up with, more than half say they're familiar. Among pastors who are familiar with the concept, around a quarter say they've seen it affect their congregations. Around 27% say they've heard the term before they've had attendees of their church actually say they're deconstructing their faith. The use of the term deconstruction emerged in the last few years and has been used by both those questioning their own beliefs and those desiring to help them find the truth, says Lifeway experts. Despite the growing awareness among pastors, it may be easier to find people in the midst of deconstructing their faith on social media than within churches. You can read the full study at our website, baptistpress.com. Thanks for listening to Good News for Today.